We're back again, and now, of course, we're still down here at Faith Neighborhood Center. Of course, we just got finished listening to a young lady who's the was director.
Executive director.
There you go. I don't know, but we're going to figure it out as we go. Now, the director who's down here, she gave us a lot of information. And before we get back to the studio, we want to say we're going to interview Felicia
Stewart.
Got to get those names right. We're going to work on them because reality is where we at. Now, why don't you tell me, Felicia, exactly why you're involved and what made you choose this as employment or whatever you do down there?
Well, first of all, my name is Felicia Stewart. I am the center coordinator here at Faith Neighborhood Center. And the reason why I chose Faith Neighborhood Center, because it's just a great organization, first of all. It gives back to the community. As you were speaking with Dina earlier, one of the coordinators here in Groveland, as you were speaking with her earlier, it's not a handout, it's not a handout, but it's a hand up for the community. This is something exactly that we do to help the community actually make ends meet. This is actually the working poor in which we're helping for this community. And so there are a lot of people sometimes that misunderstand what we do here, and they think that we're serving like the homeless, in which some of our, about 20% of the community in which we serve is the homeless, but a lot of them are the working poor. I as well started as the working poor here when I came to the Florida area as a working mother that was in the poverty.
Now, let me ask you this question. The numbers, 70% of course, Lake County, kids are in trouble now. What do you think we mainly need to do as a whole of Lake County? Should that be something that the government steps in? Should it be something that churches step in? Or should it be a whole community trying to have some sort of a meeting to settle this problem instead of just a few groups out here?
I think definitely something as a whole. I think it's not just going to take one organization, but us as a whole community. I think definitely the churches, ourselves as a community, I think we all have to come together as a whole. Definitely having more community access organizations coming together as a whole, talking about what we can do to change the poverty level of this community. So the 70%, definitely we need to do something to end the cycle of this poverty and end the cycle of hunger in this community.
Now, due to the simple fact, this is going to go on, and let's face facts, could be a year, could be 2 years.
Absolutely.
Of this. What should we be working on now to try to get the communities together? Because I want to send that message out there too. Wherever you're at in Lake County, we're going to have to figure a meeting or do something to get established to make this thing work, to take care of our own. Else we're going to have more homeless out here on the street and more hunger. And when people get hungry, they tend to do things they normally wouldn't do. Absolutely. So what would be your suggestion?
I think knowledge is the key. So the first thing is what you're doing right now, getting the knowledge into the community. We perish because of lack of knowledge. So a lot of times people don't know the resources in which they have in their communities. So having knowledge of what they have available in the communities is the first standing of knowing. Not knowing is definitely the first source of this community's access. A lot of times we have clients that come to us that tell us that they just didn't even know that we were here. So I think having the knowledge to know that they have things available in the community and they have the resources available in the community to them. So I think having that available to them, they have to know that they have things available for them in this community that they can go to. There's a lot of people that don't even understand that there's things in the Groveland community and in the South Lake community that's available to them that they can have access to.
Now, you said that. Again, I have to ask you, what can we do? Faith has its own building, and let's give it that, and I'm proud that they do. Now, should we start reaching out to everybody in Lake County to draw a business meeting with the businesses and get them on board? We got to start somewhere. Absolutely. So my question to you is, since you are the assistant, correct? What plans are you going to start incorporating that we can help you work on to draw some sort of meeting with the government, the churches, the community leaders, the HOA, all of those that can exist in here? We need to figure a way to reach them.
Well, we've started already the Food Finders Association. I want to say it correctly. And Trish, what is it? The South Lake?
The Food Providers of South Lake County.
Food Providers of South Lake County. We've already started that association, and that's where they're coming together. Small groups are coming together, and they're bringing their resources together and their minds together, putting together what we have in this community. So I think starting off with organizations like that, we were bringing these organizations together, seeing what resources they have available, and then bringing those together, knowing that this is what we have available, this is what we have available now. Let's bring that together and see what we can offer these different communities. So I think starting out with things like that that and letting them know that this is what's available in these communities.
Now, would you say that since you are moving that direction, are you going to put something together for the cities to come on board and assist, where you can do some sort of promotion at the city halls to let them know what you guys are doing and see what the impact is and work along with the local governments?
Absolutely.
Or is this going to be private?
Absolutely, no, sir. We want to open it up abroad, which is why we have people like Dina Sweat that's here working and volunteering, which is why we have people like that, and we have our city officials that come in and they volunteer their time, they volunteer their monetary donations. We want to do things like that and get our city officials involved so they can see firsthand what goes on here. That it's not just something that we're sitting here basically twiddling our thumbs, that she sees and city officials see that there's over 150 clients, cars that come through this parking lot every day, and that there is a desperate need in our community. That there is a desperate need in our community for families.
Okay, now, you already have, I'm sure already, either you plan early or you plan to fail later. So you guys already have a plan that if we can get everybody in Lake County, from businesses to governments, to give you some time, then if we work with you guys to get this done, you already have a plan on how you're going to attack this thing to make sure that everybody in Lake County, and of course it'll be a model for the rest of the counties in Florida and hopefully the states. You already have that plan.
Absolutely, because we want to go far beyond food. We want to educate, and that's something that we're definitely talking about here in the near future. We want to do more than just feed our community. We want to educate them, and we want to talk about the resources in the community so that we can end the cycle of poverty and end the cycle of hunger, because we can feed them, but if we teach them how to go about getting their own food, then we can teach them how to survive. So definitely we want to end the cycle of hunger. We want to end the cycle of homelessness. We want to end the cycle of having the mentality of being in poverty. So if we can end that cycle of having them to be poverty minded, then they can go out and they can basically.
So mindset. Okay. So here's what I'm going to say this to those who are out there and want to join. How would they go about joining this association?
Absolutely. They can come down here to Faith Neighborhood Center. We are at 14727 Timber Village Road here in Groveland, Florida. And they can give us a call at 352-429-1200. They can talk to myself, Felicia Stewart, which is the center coordinator, or Trish Cry. They can come down for any volunteer opportunities. They can also come down. We do take food donations as well as monetary donations. If they would like to get involved with any volunteer opportunities, they're more than welcome.
Now, I'm going to have to ask you one thing because we all tend to move fast. Can you give me the number one more time?
Absolutely. The number here is 352-429-1200. And again, the address is 14727 Timber Village Road, Groveland, Florida.
Now, what's the name of the new association?
The new association is the Food Providers
of South Lake County.
Food Providers of South Lake County.
Yes.
Okay, so here's the thing. Get in touch with them. You guys are going to have mail outs, I assume. We also will be putting them on our newsletter, and you want to reach out to everybody, no matter who they are, that is able and willing to give to help support. At the same time, I gather we're going to have to structure this thing so that it is successful and you're helping the ones that need help and not the ones, I'm going to say it again, justice always do it, the ones that don't need help. If you're a business out there, contact them. If you're a church of worship or whoever you believe in, make sure you contact them and see if you can give them a hand. And along with regular groups, HOAs, if you have one where you can help the people. Now, getting back to the local governments, are you guys going to send them something, and when can people expect to at least get something from, of course, JAPEC on how you want to talk to the cities and get them involved?
Well, that's why we have you.
Okay, but well, here's what I'm saying. Maybe I didn't quote the question right. Are you going to have a package ready for some of the cities, and when can we expect to see that news get out?
I tell you what, that is something that actually you have brought to our attention today, and that's something that we're working on. We have been gathering small groups. But definitely putting a package together is something definitely we can work on.
And that way the people in the city will actually know what they need to do.
Absolutely.
And then more city workers getting involved, more people getting involved, we probably can promote this thing really great and grow bigger. Now, I appreciate your time. You have any closing statements before we get to Groveland City Council? Dina Sweat, because she didn't answer a question earlier. So we're going to bring her back aboard. You got any closing remarks?
I just would like to say thank you so much, Justin, for having us.
Justice,
I apologize.
There you go.
Justice, for having us. We do appreciate it.
Justin is the girl's name, I think. and I am old man. All right, go ahead.
We appreciate the opportunity for even being allowed to come here and talk about Faith Neighborhood Center and the things that we do for the community. We do appreciate everyone who comes and serves for the community, and for everyone that has came and donated their time and served and their monetary donations. We do appreciate everyone who has came, who has called. We appreciate all of the letters.
Now, one more thing. I hate to cut you off. One more thing. You gave the address. You gave the number. For those who are out of state, if they want to do something, can they find you on Facebook? Where can they find you guys at?
Absolutely. We do have a Facebook page, and it is Faith Neighborhood Center as well.
Okay.
And you're able to do that. We also have our website as well.
Is all your information on Facebook where they can find you,
Yes,
how
sir.
they can find you, and then are you going to have a page for the new association?
Yes, we do. We have that. We have a page for the new association as well. And you also, if you would like to make donations, we do have a PayPal account as well that you can also make monetary donations with there as well.
Well, I think we got all the information from you. We appreciate your time, and we're going to move forward now to the next person.
Thank you, Justin.
I normally say victim, but I'm changing. All right.
Thank you.
Miss Dina, if you can come on in there and we can allow you to answer that question.
You should have stopped me then.
All right, we're back again with Mrs. Dina Sweat, City Councilwoman. So I'm going to ask her that one question again. Why are you down here donating your time to try to help? Because a lot of people don't do this. So you tell me.
Well, number one, they need volunteers. Number two, this is what I do. I give back to the community, not only with my time, but we also donate money. My husband helps with the food drops, and here lately we've had my granddaughter, she was helping. But this is what I've always done, is help people. And by giving back this way, it makes me feel good about myself, about what I'm doing for our community. But I also do the same thing with the city of Groveland by helping with the events. You probably don't know this, but if you've ever seen the Easter thing with Groveland, I'm the Easter Bunny. And I don't mind doing it. But I love giving back, and this is what I do.
Okay, now that we have you here on the spot, a lot of things happen in the communities, a lot of stuff that go on. So I'm going to have to ask you this question. Being a company that you're working for right now, which is Faith Neighborhood Center, if there's any other ones, how would they go about getting where they can come and talk to the City Hall? Is there any kind of a set process that they have to go through so that other groups that may want to get involved, you can always probably go down to Groveland if you can't find these people and get involved that way, but how would they go about notifying the city that this is what they would like to do and how they would like to help the community?
They would have to get in touch with either, they can get in touch with me. Because I have a phone number with the city of Groveland, or they can call me directly, which is 407-468-8351. That's my cell number. Or they can contact Mr. Hine, and he will give them the information they need to get in touch with Faith Neighborhood.
Okay, now, as I said before, it's all about knowledge with JAPEC. If they want to speak, because we all know it's a process, how long would they have to prepare before they could come and do a presentation with the city halls? Is it a week, 2 weeks, a month ahead, you think?
Right now, we're not really having meetings.
Well, when you do.
We will have one on the 16th, but
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure how it's going to be formatted. But if they want to speak, they're going to have to get in touch with City Hall and tell them
There you go.
that they want to speak at the meeting, and they will set up something for them.
So it's open for you if you have something that's going to help, of course, Groveland out. If you have something you want to give, get in touch with the City Hall, or as Dina Sweat said, you can get in touch with her. You have any closing remarks?
Well, it's going to be open to everybody. We will social distance you, so you will all be 6 feet apart from even maybe your husband. We're not sure yet, and that might be a good thing. But
Oh, jeez.
But if you want to speak, you can come to the meeting, but you will have to obey the social distancing laws.
Well, we're going to do a close, and that's our closing remark. Remember, Groveland is open for suggestions, and if you can help Faith Center or other groups, try to join the association, and let's do better for Groveland, United States of America, and everybody that's out here. JAPEC out.